today I have this Evenflo Revolve360 Slim. This is one of those two-in-one car seats that works as a rear-facing car seat when your kid is small, 4 to 50 pounds, and then as a front-facing car seat up to 65 pounds. So you can use it from the infant mode all the way to when your toddler has grown up to over 50 pounds, to 65 pounds. The Slim means it's shrunk, essentially shrunk to 16.7 inches, so 16. So it's a slim profile, so you have more space for the passengers in the back other than just the kid. And the revolve means you can actually turn the car seat towards the exit, so it's easier for you to take your child out of the car seat without having to break your back. So let's go ahead and open it up and see how it works. The other Evenflo dual shift ride is the car seat I'm using for my infant right now, but he's getting heavier and it's harder for me to take the baby out with the car seat. So I figure we can now go ahead and use this one in the other car. So we'll continue to use the other one, but of course just take the baby out rather than the whole entire car seat, unless of course you need the stroller feature. The negative of this one is, of course, the car seat doesn't come off the car. It remains on the car the entire time. So you can't carry your child around in a car seat when you're walking around a grocery store or anything like that. This stays in the car. So what you'll need is a stroller in your trunk, essentially to use as something for your child to sit in when you're outside your car. Taped to the bag on the outside was this quick instruction manual. So installing the base, we're going to do that together so that we could do it correctly. Of course, this is all very tight right now because it's packaged for shipping, but this is a chest strap that goes at the armpit level for your child. The leg straps here, press the button to release both of them. There's a button in here to pull these straps loose. So you press this button and you pull these straps to loosen them up to your child's size, right? So you're going to start with the strap being extra loose, and then you can tighten them up as you need once the child's in there, and you just pull on this strap right here to tighten it as much as you need to, and then you can put the rubber band back on and slide it in here to hide it. There's cup holders on both sides for a baby's milk, juice, whatever you need. All of these things are removable. The back, you can see, is very height adjustable. It's 15 different levels, and you can see back here the numbers. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It goes all the way up to 15. And there's this thing that comes down. So if you're using the tallest mode, you just kind of flip that cushion down. Of course, my baby is just about 4 months, so I don't need that high of a strap. There's a QR code on the bottom that'll help you see how to use the seat in action as well. On the bottom here, you see this arrow, which lines up with when it's front facing where it's supposed to go. To remove the cup holders, there's buttons on the bottom here. You press this button and pull out the cup holder if you don't need it, or if you need more space for whatever reason. Again, press the button here and pull it out. It's super easy to remove the cups to wash. And then this just snap back in place. As far as the lowest setting on the height, this is the lowest setting, and you can just angle it down just like so, so it's comfortable for your baby. I'm going to put in a little bit of a medium setting here. On the top here, there's two handles. That's what you're going to use to spin the car seat around to a rear-facing mode. And then, of course, you can do the reverse just like so for the front-facing mode, and make sure it snaps in place. So let's say your car is in the front-facing mode. You can use these to turn it towards the exit if the exit's this side. You can turn it the other way if your exit's the other side, depending on which side you decide to install your car seat. When you're in the rear-facing mode, there's a button on the back here that you can press and change the recline of the car seat. So there's two modes. You need to fully have it reclined to put it back in the front-facing mode. There's some instructions here on the side of the car seat for safety purposes. For example, if you're installing for forward-facing purposes, you must use the tether strap up here to install the car seat so that it's properly attached to the back of your car so that it doesn't fling forward in a case of a car accident. For rear facing, you must use the lower connectors, and of course you can still use the top tether if you'd like, but the lower tethers should be enough. If you don't have the latch connectors on the bottom of your seat, you can use a lap and shoulder belt to install the car seat. as well as just the lap belt if your car doesn't have a shoulder belt. But it's ideal to use the latch connectors if you have them. If not, please use the lap and the shoulder belt for the safest installation. When you're installing the car seat, make sure you're on level ground so that you have the proper incline on your rear facing car seat. All right, let's go ahead and install it in the car. On the bottom here, the latch is stored over here. And then on the other side, again, the latch is over here. You're just going to press the button, press this and pull it out. So this is the latch that will go inside into your seat. So we can pull those out and you can see they kind of slide around, and we're going to tighten in place. Before you install the base, of course, you're going to need to remove the car seat. So the way you do that is you're going to rotate to align the white arrows here. So you're going to lift the handles, and as you can see here, these are aligning here, and then you can just lift it out. So that's the only position the car seat will come out, is when your arrows are aligned right there with the car seat over here. All right, so now the car seat's out. As you can see, this car seat is not meant to be used standalone, so you have to essentially leave the car seat in the car. So if you're essentially going to need to use a stroller separately, have that in your trunk when you're traveling, or you can get the Evenflo dual shift ride, which I have my other car seat. When you're traveling, you need a stroller all in one. You can take that. All right, let's put this in the car like so. So in my car, there are signs where the tethers are, and actually you can insert your finger in there and feel a little metal hook. So what you do is essentially insert this into right where that is until you hear a snap, and then you pull on that to make sure it's snug. And then same thing on the other side. You're gonna pull more of that belt towards you so you have a little bit of leeway. Slide over that hook and then pull it. You'll hear a snap to snap it in place. Once you have your lower latch snaps in, you're going to pull this to tighten it in place. So you got to keep pulling until it's super tight in place. Make sure it's snug and flat from the other side, and keep pulling. You can feed that lower latch strap through the car seat here where the belt buckle is going to go, and pull from there, and it'll give you better leverage to tighten it. And then you can push it back in place. Now you're going to loosen that arm over here. Use this button to loosen the arm. When it's locked in place, it'll be green, and then when you loosen it up, it'll be red. So let's go ahead and slide that shoulder belt and lap belt through the connector. There's this blue groove, so blue slot. Make sure your belt goes through that blue slot. You're going to feed it to the other end and lock it into the seat. You hear that snap when your seatbelt's locked in place. You're going to make sure the seatbelt is flat and inside the groove in the blue, and you're going to lock your arm. So it's going to require a little bit of pressure and force, but once it locks in place, that indicator will turn green. This is the indicator that turns green. If you didn't do a good job to begin with, you want to make sure you push the belt down, then press this button and unlock. For me, the belt seems like it's properly in place. As you can see, it's flat, so we're good to go there. If you were planning to use the car seat in a front-facing manner, there's a belt here that you're going to pull out, which is the top latch, which is what you're going to use. What you're going to do with that is this top latch, which is essentially the same belt as down here. It will go and connect to the back where you have a top latch system here. So you push that down, and there's a hook in there right there. So you're going to connect the top latch if using in front facing mode. For me, I'm using it for an infant, which is going to be rear facing. So we're going to leave it with just the lower latch connectors and the seat belt connected. It should be secure enough. If you try to move it, it shouldn't budge more than a quarter of an inch, which you can see it's not budging at all. To put the car seat back in place, remember that there's this arrow that you're going to have to align the bottom of the car seat with. So let's go ahead and find that before we put it in to make it easy, which is right here. I'm going to point it that way. There you go. And there you go. It locks in place for a front facing. But we don't need front facing, so what we're going to do is use these and rotate it over. There you go. So this is how it fits. My car seat in the front is in an easy entry mode, so it's leaned back pretty far back. So I'm going to have to make sure that my easy entry mode is adjusted to leave some space. between the car seat and my seat back. Once the car seat is properly in place, this should turn green. That means you're ready to use the car seat. There's also a full user manual in the box that gives you exact steps of how to do everything, and how to safely install, how to safely, at what height to safely adjust the height of the seats, how the hooks work, everything in there. This car seat is FAA approved, so you can actually use this car seat in an airplane as well, and there's installation instructions for a car seat in the airplane here as well. With a rear facing car seat, let's see how easy it is to turn it towards me and take a child out of there. So you're going to use the top handles here. So just pull and rotate, and it actually locks and sort of stops right there. There's a little resistance right there, and so it will stay in place. You can undo the latches and then go ahead and take your child out, where you don't really have to bend too much into the inside of the car to do it this way. For example, if it was rear facing, you do all of this unstrapping and then you have to kind of reach in to get it, versus with the car seat turned towards you, you can actually reach directly in, so you're not turning your back as much while straining to lift the child. To rotate the car seat, you don't actually have to reach inside and do both the handles. You can actually do just one handle and rotate. So this is actually one hand operation, which is good. So this is your rear facing installation. If you want to turn it towards front facing, make sure you do the top latch, and then you have to put it reclined all the way before you can turn it to front facing. If you have reclined the chair so the recline button's on the back here, if you have put it up, then you can no longer turn it into front facing unless you remember to go ahead and recline it back all the way down. The cushions and the covers on these car seats are removable. There are zippers and stuff like that around to get it out. So for example, this leg belt will go to the hole here, and this entire cushion pad, headrest, as well as this back cushion actually comes out to be washable. The cover on here, as you can tell, is removable as well. And so you can just kind of slide it out of the grooves, and there's a zipper on the back. Unzip that and you'll be able to remove the entire car seat cover and wash it, clean it, which you're going to eventually need to do. Of course, you're going to be very protective in the beginning, but eventually life will take over. You're going to use it a little roughly and it's going to get dirty, which is fine because it's removable, washable. The shoulder straps are nice and cushiony. Make sure the cushions are properly aligned for your child's size. You can always remove them once your child gets bigger and need more space on the sides. That's it for this video. I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below and I'll be happy to answer if I know the answer. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one.